All right, so starting with the fourth session of technical analysis. Last time we covered the Fibonacci numbers. So just to recap, Fibonacci numbers are used to create technical indicators using a sequence. So it's a mathematical sequence of the numbers that you see on the screen. And technical traders use these Fibonacci ratios and percentages for the technical analysis. So we covered last time Fibonacci retracement. So go to S&P 500 mini features, right? So zoom out, delete it. So just to kind of understand what the Fibonacci retracement is, you go from the GAN and Fibonacci tools, select Fibonacci retracement. Just basically creates support and resistance levels based on the Fibonacci ratios. And how to draw this is simple. You select a low point and a high point. Whether it be a stock or an index itself. So I'm just kind of eyeballing it. We just kind of go to the extreme of the lowest point, the near historical point to the highest price of that index or the security itself. So if you look closely, actually it should be the other way around. If you don't want to eyeball it, you want to be precise, you can hover over the price here. You can see what that low point is. Then you can just right click on this, go to settings, go to coordinates, clear 174. So if you do that, then it's right on the lowest point for that day. I mean the day chart. You go to the highest point. So if you look at here, 0%, 23.6%, 38.2, 50 is generally is not a Fibonacci ratio, but the technical traders that tend to include it. 61.8, 78, and then 100. So that's what we have here, right? 23.6, 38.2, 61.8, 50, and so on and so forth, right? So that's how you do a Fibonacci retracement. It's basically gives you an idea. If I zoom in here, if you just go to the spot here, I'm zoomed in to October 6th. At the end of the day, the opening was 3392, the close is 3390.5. So the support for this was 3147 and the resistance is 3412. Generally, support is a good entry point and resistance is a good exit point. Right? So that was Fibonacci retracement, right? There's another thing before we get into that. This thing here, right? Does any one of you know what this is? Here, can you see it? You see it like a cross here, right? So that's basically called a doji, where the opening and the closing price of a security is the same. So if I put my cross on it, if you see the opening 3392 and the close is 3392.7. Right now it's 3392. It's live. So the difference is hardly +1. That's why you see a green horizontal line. If the closing is slightly less than the opening, then it will show that red line. It just basically shows a cross, right? So the opening and the closing is pretty much the same. The difference is virtually the same. It's not much. Why is important? So opening or closing of a security is virtually equal. Generally signals a reversal pattern. There are like 3 different patterns. Gravestone doji means you have the low price and high price on a candlestick. The opening and closing is pretty much like here. The opening and closing price is almost same. That's why you don't see the full body. And for the long leg doji, that's what we just saw. The wick at the top and the wick at the bottom is equal in length. And then you see one line in the middle. Is the opening and the closing price is pretty much the same. So you don't see the body. Generally, you see the body if there is a opening and closing price. There is a gap between the two, right? And Dragonfly Doji is where the opening and closing is close to the high price as compared to the Gravestone, which is close to the low price. And that's what basically what you see here is the middle one, long leg doji. So each of those doji kind of has its own significance. Gravestone doji is pretty hard to locate or find, but generally shows a reversal. It's like a bearish reversal candlestick. So coming back to our Fibonacci retracement, right? So we did the Fibonacci retracement to create these support and resistance levels, right? So the support gives a good indication of entry point, and resistance is a good indicator for exit, right? Let's just take a look at Apple, right? Just to get a better understanding. So let me go to the day chart. So I'm looking at Apple, right? So if you look at this support, it's 105, right? So it went down, it hit this support, went up, came back down again, 105, then it's going up. It hit this resistance here, then slightly it came down, then it's going back up again. So the person buys here, sells there. It's a good difference of like $15. So that's what the support and resistance levels are in simpler terms. So basically, that's just like a recap of what we did last time. Going back to Fibonacci channel, it's similar to a Fibonacci retracement, but this indicates support and resistance level, like how a retracement does it. Retracement is horizontal lines, right, showing support and resistance for that security price. Each support and resistance level is shown by a percentage. Again, it's pretty similar to Fibonacci retracement. The difference is Fibonacci channel runs diagonally. If there is an upward trend, it runs in an upward, upward trend diagonally. If it's a downtrend, then it runs diagonally along the downtrend side, unlike the horizontal lines for the retracement. The Fibonacci ratios or the percentage again is same. It's just based on that Fibonacci sequence. So nothing changes here. The ratios and the percentages are same. Indicates future areas of support resistance. Again, everything is same except this third point, that Fibonacci channel lines run diagonally, unlike the horizontal lines of support and resistance for a Fibonacci retracement. So we can take a look. Go back to this S&P 500 again. So I have these retracement drawn here, right? Based on the low historical, near historical low versus near historical high. To draw a Fibonacci channel, I go to the same Gann and Fibonacci tools, click on the arrow. So this is Fibonacci retracement. So go all the way down. There's a Fibonacci channel here. All right, click on it. So before I get to the Fibonacci channel, just to understand what trend line is, like the chance will dive deep next time. But just to understand, right? So if you look at here, right? So this basic line showing what the securities trend line, like, how it's trending, how it's heading. Like, for example, if I were to draw, if I were at this point, if I were to draw, this would be my trend line, right? That's how security is moving in a trend line, diagonally upwards, diagonally upwards. So if you go on the right side, draw another trend line. It's trending downwards, diagonally downwards, right? So that's pretty much indicating you the trend of this security, right? Similarly, Fibonacci channel, what it does is it follows the trend, whether it be upward or a downward trend. If it's an upward trend, basically you select this Fibonacci channel, you start from two lows, right? But if the upward trend is two different trend, what you can do is select it from a reasonable point. What I did here is, if it's an upward trend, you select the low, the second low, and then you select one high in the middle of these two lows. That's how you draw a Fibonacci channel. So show it to you again one more time. I'm just deleting it. I'm not going from here to there because it formed like one trend line going this way. Let's try it again. Let's say one trend line was this way, Other trend line was this way. Then we have another trend line this way. So I won't be able to draw a Fibonacci channel from here all the way up here, right? That won't give me a realistic picture because it has like one trend line. It was going up, then it changed the course, went up like this, then it changed the course and went up, then it's changing course and trending downwards here. Just look at this smaller section here, this portion. So going back to Fibonacci channel, selecting a trend, connecting the lows to lows, 2 points, and then a high point in the middle of those two lows. So this is basically the high point, right? Just kind of like more than that. Right. So if I do that, that creates my Fibonacci channel. So in addition to the Fibonacci retracement lines that we have here that indicate support and resistance of a security, the Fibonacci channel gives the trend line. How do you anticipate or see this security trending in the future? So it will be trending between these high and low of a channel. So it's like, think it as a stream trending in a channel where it follows the barriers on either side, right? The bank. And in between these high and low, it has the same ratios as we did for the retracement, like 23.6, or let's say if you just want to make it consistent with retracement, just right click on it, click on Fibonacci channel, go to the settings, go to the styles, you need to make this as persons. So if you look at it, so I have 23.6%, 38, 50, 61, 70, 800. I can extend additional lines beyond 100 as well. Same thing if I draw a Fibonacci channel along the trend line where the security price is trending diagonally upwards or diagonally downwards. I just drew 2 low points, one here and one there, and then one high point in the middle of these two lows. It just basically gave me a trending channel for this S&P 500 index, right? So this is the 0% line, that's the 100% line, and in between these percentages, they're similar to the retracement. So what's the significance? Like, how we have these Fibonacci retracement level as support and resistance, like, it's telling me the entry and exit points. Similarly, these Fibonacci retracement also gives me a support and resistance point. And where you see these Fibonacci retracement, these horizontal lines, and these Fibonacci channel, the diagonal lines, whenever they come together, that shows a strong resistance, Extend this line. Extrapolating that, right? So I have this 100% 3412 resistance here. And I have these individual channel lines as my resistance diagonally. Whenever you see that 100% and this green line is 38.2% line, then these two lines combined together gives a very strong resistance. In a similar fashion, this line were to be here against the horizontal support line, that gives a very strong support. So basically, if you draw a Fibonacci retracement, horizontal lines, and a Fibonacci channel, that gives you a pretty good strong idea of a support and resistance. Right?